welcome back, fellow lords of gaming. We are jumping into some Marvel Future Fight content, but if you are a Marvel Future Revolution player, please stick around because this is going to involve you as well. So first of all, we've got the new sneak peek, and I love the new sneak peek because it's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys ever watched Andromeda with Kevin Sorbo, but that scene right there just seems so familiar to me from there. So if I could find it, I would drop it inside this video, but I know it's gonna take me forever and a day, and I want to get to the sneak peek inside here in the first place. So I'm laughing about this sneak peek update, but let's jump in because, like I said, this is also going to relate to my Marvel Future Revolution players. Trust me, you're gonna see. First, let's hit off on this part right here where we're talking about the update. Basically, the Squadron Supreme will not be left out of the fight for the power of the Phoenix. The leading superhero of the Squadron Supreme has joined the tournament. Check out the new look and power of this superhero whose nuclear powers have exploded with the touch of the Phoenix Force. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with this, and I'm gonna be crass about it. I know I'm gonna have to tone back my language because I know I got younger viewers on this channel still. I'm gonna have to start toning that back. But what the hell are they talking about? So I did not see them possibly coming with Hyperion as an update, because for anybody who's read the comic, they know Hyperion didn't use the Phoenix Force power. So how the hell did it explode his powers? Matter of fact, I've got the images up for you right here. This is Hyperion in the Enter the Phoenix, basically becoming a wielder of the Phoenix Force. Hyperion has this power for 1, 2, what is this? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels, and he yields. The power becomes so overwhelming for him, so Superman-esque in his abilities, that he becomes where he can just hear everything, see everything, feel everything, and he decides he's going to yield the power. So remember when I said this to you guys when the original update came, and I was like, yo, who are these characters gonna get? And I said, I really don't see them giving to Hyperion, because why would you? Because he literally had the power for like all of 2 seconds. My man literally did nothing in the comic book run with him. So I don't even care about this. By the way, also Hyperion is an exclusive character inside the game in the first place. So trying to get some trying to get them bios from my man. Basically, they know they're introducing this as a uniform for him, and it's going to basically be a whale catcher, because it's going to look dope. I guarantee you, uniform is going to look dope, but it's going to be a whale catcher, because you're going to purchase this uniform for the $20, the 1,750 crystals, the reduced cost or whatever, and then you're going to have to turn around and buy a mega rank up uniform ticket, so that way you can get it to 5 stars, because it's going to be that. Hopefully it makes him good or whatever, but I don't understand what animations they're going to change for him. I don't understand what abilities they're going to give him, because my man didn't show anything with it. So I'm beyond struck. And this is going to relate to the part where I told you guys stick around inside this conversation from my Marvel Future Revolution guys. I hope you're sticking around, Future Revolution guys. So let's talk about this, because this is bullshit. So like I said, this is bullshit. It's going to relate in a second here. I'm going to pull up. So guys, who are they going to add now inside here? Because we know that we've got Cap, we know we've got Wolverine, and now they're announcing Hyperion. I don't know who else they're going to get, but I'm going to make a leap out the limb here and say that we're going to get Echo, who ends up winning the tournament overall necessarily, and we're probably going to get Namor. That's going to be my next guesses now, but I feel completely thrown, because the two characters that I just absolutely did not suspect would get them at all, Shang-Chi and Hyperion, are looking like they're going to Hyperion is getting a uniform. So this makes no sense. But now, so we look at the rest of the characters. Like I said, I know I have this strong feeling that we're going to get Echo. There's other characters on this list that I just don't feel would get it at all, but hopefully, I'm hoping at the very least we get Black Panther inside there and Namor. Those would be the coolest uniforms out of all the bunch, because the rest of them, they look pretty dull and drab in my opinion. But this is the reason why I want to get into this, and this is the reason why I said, please guys, if you're from Marvel Future Revolution and you stumbled across this video, stick around, because this is going to relate to you, because this shows you the type of game studio or, you know, investment studio, trading company, whatever that Netmarble is. So let's jump into this October update development team letter of appreciation, guys. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Despite these hard times brought about by recent crises, we have tried our best to capture the joys of Marvel in our beloved game and are listening to your feedback across the spectrum. We send our appreciation and apologies through this letter. So they're literally, I'm telling you, right, they're apologizing for what's about to come in this letter because they haven't had to apologize for anything else, right? The Marvel Future Fight development team will continue to do our best to present attractive features of Marvel. We are sending this letter today to introduce some changes, including Instinct, which have been a point of curiosity since the September update. We hope this letter will help our agents prepare for future battles. Guys, we just got this new I don't even know what to call it. It's just a attack stat, I guess, inside the game. Came out of nowhere. We don't know how it works. All we can do is like look inside the game and we see like blue numbers come up and down, right? This is good. This is in relation to Marvel Future Revolution, guys, because like I just showed you in here, we've got a stat that I just basically told Instinct. We don't know what the hell it does. We don't know how it works. All we know is that they just basically changed a bunch of items that we had and a bunch of, you know, wordings and listings and made it say all basic defenses, all basic attacks and stuff like that or whatever. And they introduced it in the game. No real explanation of what the hell this thing was. And now they're saying that we had a point of curiosity. Look, nobody asked you for this shit in the first place. You just included it in there. But wait. There's more because it relates to the Marvel Future Revolution, guys, with the status of shadow nerfs and stuff like that. But wait, there's more. So let's jump into this. Instinct and Artifact. Artifacts that can amplify Instinct will be added. What did I tell you guys about having a conversion tool for uniforms and Omega cards? I told you it was a bad idea because I told you it was going to be a layer of currency, and I told you coming from the perspective of someone who has played a few Netmarble games in the past and can see the writing on the wall. They are going to monetize the shit out of that conversion method, and you are going to be pissed off about it. Read this and let's be clear about it. Artifacts are a new type of gear that can amplify the characteristics of a hero and add a new ability based on instinct. We already have that. It's called a CTP. You equip it onto your characters and it gives them enhanced stats. Why do we need now a new artifact that we enhance for an ability that you just gave us last month that you haven't even explained to us and we don't even know how it takes effect? We are aware that a lot of our agents feel burdened with growing instinct and have gone through numerous discussions to prepare various places for acquisition and the feature to transfer the level of artifacts. No, we haven't. We haven't been burdened at all. Nobody asked for any changes to instinct. Nobody asked for instinct in the first place. And we didn't feel burdened because guess what? Instinct at this point was just something that basically you saw grow as your character went from level 0 to level 70 and to T3. That was it. That's basically it. That's all you saw. That's how instinct worked for us. Nobody felt burdened by it. It was just a new stat that operated in the background. We didn't know what the hell it was because Netmarble never explained it to us, right? Artifacts can be acquired from the story mode and timeline survival. Timeline survival was a really divisive mode. I actually enjoy timeline survival because it's a little bit of a board game kind of mode. You can go look up one of my other videos from Marvel Future in the Marvel Future Fight playlist and you can see timeline survival. Story mode, however, is a really fun mode and it's just very time consuming. That's all that is. It's very time consuming, but it is rewarding. I suggest playing the mode, but it's just very time consuming. We also reduce the gap between agents by allowing additional artifacts. How could you reduce the gap between us by allowing additional artifacts? If you add artifacts, that's something for other players to grow with. We don't have artifacts at all. So where are you allowing additional artifacts? Doesn't make any sense. That can be acquired. And then here you go, guys. Like I said to you, it's going to be monetized in such a way that is going to alienate free-to-play players, is going to give a leverage to whales and play-to-play players, and you are going to be mad because it says right here that they can be acquired from the store if needed for free or with crystals and gold. How are you getting it from the store for free, but then also having to pay it with crystals and gold? Makes no fucking sense. Also, to alleviate difficulties, the enhanced level of artifacts that have already been enhanced and equipped can be transferred to a newly equipped artifact, aside from removing the gear by unequipping. We don't have artifacts in the goddamn game. What difficulties are there that we are facing? We don't have artifacts. This is not something that was introduced. So literally, they introduced instinct. We don't know whether it buffed, whether it nerfed. We don't know. And then we also, now you're telling us that we were supposed to have these artifacts in the game that we don't have, that you're telling me that you're going to help improve. Guys, this is going to transfer over to Marvel Future Revolution as well, where these things, these methods of, you know, communicating with the player base, of entering new things, is going to come across inside the Marvel Future Revolution as well. It's going to. I have seen the writing on the walls. I have said to you guys repeatedly, if you want to see how this game is likely to proceed and progress, play Marvel Future Fight. Marvel Future Fight is a PvE, single player kind of mode game. Marvel Future Revolution is the multiplayer version of Marvel Future Fight. That's all it is, right? So then they get into timeline survival, and they say, first of all, we'd like to thank basically players for playing timeline survival and providing feedback. Where? We didn't provide shit. I don't really like, I mean, it was like a tips video for timeline survival that they asked us to do in this community event, but that was it. It was stupid, right? Based on your suggestions, here are some of the things that they're going to do. They're adding new threat levels 4 to 6. Who cares? If the new threat levels are going to follow the same thing, then who cares? It doesn't really make a difference. It's the same way like they're going to add in this new invasion mode that's supposed to start at level 30 inside Marvel Future Revolution. Well, if it starts at level 30, you just told me that it was going to take insane amounts of power to fight off Thanos in this new invasion mode. Well, where are we going with these new modes? It's the same way when you said you were going to add a new 105 blitz, and now we don't have reason to play any of the blitzes below the 105 blitz. Now it says artifacts will now be the main rewards and can be acquired as daily rewards and stage clear rewards. Okay, let's see how often them shits drop. I got a feeling that the drop rates are going to be atrocious, but we will see. They're going to be battle badge level atrocious, right? Lastly, hidden features haven't been improved so that buffs will appear more often to help out with the battles. Hidden traps inside the game basically have accounted for traps, like literally Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, right? Those shits have literally just meant stay the fuck away from them pretty much, right? Because they oftentimes. So here goes. I want you guys to pay attention to this shit, because it applies to Netmarble community on a whole. It's just not listed, just not generalized just to Marvel Future Fight, but it's kind of one of those points. With the introduction of Instinct, we noticed that the effect of steel has been weaker than intended, so the steel effect will be improved to apply instinct damage as well to maintain its former performance. Guys, I cannot shit you. I'm going to pull this stuff up inside Marvel Future Fight so you can see. I have steel on some of my CTPs. I had no fucking clue that Instinct was supposed to be affecting steel. No fucking clue. I had no clue. You know why? Because they didn't tell me that at all. So I don't know how it was making it weaker or more powerful. I don't know. They apologize for the inconvenience though, right? And then we have growth materials. They're basically going to, you know, reduce the growth materials. The only good thing, and this is what I mean when I tell you guys, right? Netmarble giveth with one hand and they taketh away with the other, because literally inside here you can see we just read through a laundry list of shit that I, as a Marvel Future Fight player, have been playing this game for almost 5 years. I think I've probably been playing this game for 4 years. I've been playing this game for 4 years. I've been an active pay-to-play player inside this game, and literally I have no fucking clue what the hell they are talking about at all with any of this stuff, and I play daily and I have no clue, none at all. And then they give you this thing at the end, so that way, you know, you get buttered up, you know, you feel like you went to the prostate doctor, and you know, now he's giving you a lollipop at the end after you just got finished with that exam. Here we go, right? So now we know we're gonna get a new epic quest for the Marvel Studios The Eternals opening. I told you guys we're probably getting that in November. Here we are, we're getting that. So all right, so that removes these right here. So I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about with this, right? Does these growth support things look familiar to you guys? Do they? Do they look familiar to you, Marvel Future Revolution crowd? Do they? Do they? So let's take we got a new collector's vault coming up. All right, so let's take a look at this, right? So if I go inside any one of my characters on my team now, I can look at a player underneath the details, right? And I'll notice that wait, I went to the wrong place. Where am I at? Okay. So here we go. So you can see that, for instance, for Thor, his instinct is order, right? Okay, that's it. That's all I know. I have no clue what that order does for his skills. You see how it's just listed in here, and it's now an ability underneath him says order. But if I go inside his stats, for instance, right, and I'm like looking at his stats in here, I can go under instinct, and I know that I got attack, I got defense, and I got instinct. That's it. I didn't have to do anything. This didn't require any difficulty on my part to level this up, right? There's nothing there. This is literally the skill menu tree right here, for it says, you know, each character has their own stuff right here, and then bonus damage is basically dealt when a character's instinct stat upon a successful basic attack, and this damage can be blocked with instinct. No clue what the fuck that meant. Basically, the way I interpret it when I was playing the game is at some point in the game, my instinct stat would kick in, and if I committed a basic attack on there, which nobody told me what a basic attack was, right, and that basic attack did damage to you, then it would be damage. And the only way you could stop my damage from coming through on that was if your character had the vice versa damage to it, the vice versa instinct to it. That's all I know. I don't know anything else about it, right? I have no clue about anything else about this, right? I can just see this instinct dodge rate, instinct critical defense, instinct critical damage decrease, right? You guys can see in Marvel Future Revolution why I told you like certain things in here was going to be more important than other things, right? Dodge rate was going to be important, critical damage was going to be important, accuracy was going to be important, critical rate was going to be important. I literally said those things to you, right? Defense, even though it's sitting in here, trust me, this shit is going to find a way around here, especially the more and more they add these things inside here. So when you look at certain CTPs inside the game, right? Like if I pulled up a CTP, I think my CTP on Doom has this. So let me take a look real quick. Character gear. No. Oops, wrong option. Custom gear. Yeah, so here we go. So look, so Steel is literally listed on Dr. Doom's Brilliant CTP of Authority. It was a stat that was on the Brilliant CTP of Authority, right? These were equipped items that we had that we were adding to the character, right? But if I look at here, it says decreases all basic. That got changed, right? To decreases all basic damage received by 60% and another 40% for concentration that was added, right? So take concentration in effect to kind of be like accuracy, I guess, right? I didn't know what the fuck that was doing because I had no freaking clue at all that the instinct stat was affecting the Steel ability inside here. No clue. I'll give you another character example about them introducing Shadow Nurse and things like that or whatever, right? Blue Marble was a character I was looking forward to forever for them to T3 inside this goddamn game. Adam Brashear was one of Marvel's strongest characters ever inside the Marvel universe. I mean, this dude's on God tier level powers, right? Omega tier level powers. He ain't so much inside this game, right? But I love the character anyways, right? I put some work in on that character. I definitely went a little ham on him, right? But when he went inside his skills, he got a new skill thing that, you know, a new ability that they basically activated called Mockery. It was the effect to target, right? And it was supposed to force opponents to focus attacks on the caster. You know, they couldn't remove it with debuffs and stuff like that. They didn't give a real explanation of this. All I could think of was that when I activated that skill, it meant that, you know, I was taunting him. That's what I assumed it was. It's taunting him, right? Now, it seems to have worked out slightly in a little bit when we've been playing this new Battle World, the new Battle World mission inside here, where it's basically, this is a new, like a PvP, where it's 5-on-5 battles inside the game. You choose your 5, I choose my 5, we get at it, and you know, we fight. There you go. So you can see it's like, I can get ready, and you see I got my 5-man team, you got your 5-man team, and we just literally go ham inside here. This goes to a larger point that I pointed out inside the Netmarble community dev notes, right? Where I said to you guys, I was like, look, I made that video about why I didn't think conversion needs to be addressed. And my main point wasn't that we didn't need a conversion tool right now. My main point was that that's not the issue. The issue isn't that we have to equip these need conversion tools. The issue is solve the problem at its source. The source of the problem inside Marvel Future Revolution is literally that the drop rates for these uniforms and the cost for these uniforms and the time are bad. If you improved the drop rates so that way I could acquire uniforms more, I could actually look at uniforms with different stats and so forth, I don't have a reason then to need to convert a uniform. Because if I looked at a uniform and I went in today and I played and I got 2 pieces of regional gear inside there from, just farming around the game, and maybe I got another 1 piece from, doing the crafting inside the workshop, yeah, so now I've got those pieces of gear. Do I need to convert those now? Am I worried about that? I made a mistake on one and leveled it up or anything like that? No, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I don't need to convert them, because now I'm looking at, hey, you know what? I might get 21 drops pieces of gear. All I got to do is level these things up. It's going to just inspire me to be like, I'm going to build up more pieces of gear on all these characters, right? I don't need to convert them. The same thing for Omega badges, right? I don't need a conversion tool for the Omega cards because it's stupid. Just make the Omega cards the same way they are inside this game, where they're done the right way, meaning that they affect the entirety of my squad. My whole team is affected by all of my cards, my premium cards, Omega cards that are inside here, and they provide bonuses across the board. There's no reason for me to have to convert these cards over to another character. It's stupid. So they're adding something in there because they know they're going to get you. They're literally talking to you and telling you that they're sorry about the crises, and they know that people are in this method of the crises. But here we are in the middle of the crises, and they're still adding new modes in order to gotcha. It's silly, guys. It's just silly. Like, I'm looking at this stuff, and it was crazy because I started reading those notes, and I didn't have time to do a video on it this morning because I had to get up for work at like 4 and get there at 6 today. And so as soon as I read it at work, I'm just sitting there and reading this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? This is so disingenuous. And since I'm playing 2 of their games now, where I'm playing freaking Marvel Future Revolution and Marvel Future Fight, and I see 2 extremely disingenuous letters come out from one trading company, gaming company, whatever you want to call them, it just reeks. It reads across really, really poorly and badly. So I don't know. It's making me less excited about this next update inside Marvel Future Fight. It's kind of making me less excited about the next coming update inside Marvel Future Revolution. And that paired with what happened in Marvel's Avengers, yeah, I'm not batting 1,000 with Marvel IPs at the moment, guys. Let me know what you think inside the comment sections. Like and subscribe to videos. I appreciate so much that you guys have been engaging. It helps the algorithm get me out there in terms of, reaching more people with the content. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. All right, till next time, guys. Peace.